Hi, and welcome to the Top Talent Promotions Diverse Show, episode 105. Today we've got 10 or 11 guests if Lonnie Lear comes, and I've got two co-hosts today. I've got Scott M. Rees from Ploughzone Radio and the Keys Dan from the Keys Dan Show, Radio What, and other things. So, Scott and then Dan, could you quickly introduce yourselves? Who are the co-hosts today? And then we'll crack on with the show. First guest is Terry Dan in Florida. So, Scott, introduce yourself quickly, and then Dan, please, brother.
Hi, my name is Scott Reese. I'm with the Ploughzone Radio Show, and we are now streaming on Roku on Hotel Music Videos. We spotlight independent music and the people who love to make it, and especially on Sparky's TTP Rock Show. And I'm glad to be here today.
Keys Dan, RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com, and the What Makes You Famous podcast, and the What Makes You Smarter podcast, and some news. Find me everywhere using the hashtag What Makes You Famous or at Keys Dan. Add me now. No, add me after the show. I'm going to have a good time here because I see a lot of beautiful faces in front of me on my video screen.
Hey, what a great introduction. Thanks, guys. This is going to be an incredible show. So coming up first from Florida, he's in the Top Talent Music family. He's joined, but this is his debut today. Terry Dan, could you introduce yourself, Terry? And what's the story behind your wonderful song? I don't know if I can say it right. Appalachian Sunrise.
Appalachian Sunrise.
I'm sorry. I really think
Thank you, Sparky, for having me. I'm new to the podcast. I think I'm going to have a lot of fun. You guys look interesting. I can't wait to hear your stuff. Appalachian Sunrise was inspired by. I used to live on part of the Appalachian Trail in the eastern U.S. It's a series of mountain ranges that goes from Maine all the way down to Georgia, and I lived in a little piece of it, working through New Jersey, Connecticut, New York, all around Pennsylvania. And once in a while I'd stay out overnight in a hotel, but most of the time I got to drive home, and I'd get there early in the morning when the sun was coming up, and I'd have a buzz in my arms and my back stiff, and get out of the van and it was just calm and quiet, and I knew I was home. And as much as I loved being out playing for the people, I also loved being home, and that's what this song is about. Appalachian Sunrise.
Well, what a wonderful introduction, dude. It's absolutely beautiful track. Sit back and enjoy. Appalachian Sunrise. I should have practiced that more. By Terry Dan. Sit back and enjoy. One love.
Off the 2-lane, past the cornfields, in the mountains way up north, I make my home. I got some family and some good friends, so I very seldom ever am alone. But now I'm driving down this highway, I'm on the last leg of these one-night stands. I've been thinking about a woman, and I just can't wait to get her in my hands. I can't wait to get back home when this is over. I love the road, but I love home the best. There's just something about an Appalachian sunrise. With my lady, I forget about the rest. Very early morning, you can almost hear the sun climbing the sky. In the distance, a lonely semi makes a sound across the valley like a cry. Well, that driver must be thinking, with every mile he's closer to his pay. Then back home to his lady, you know, I think I hear that driver say, I can't wait to get back home when this is over. I love the road, but I love home the best. There's just something about an Appalachian sunrise. With With my lady, I forget about the rest. I can't wait to get back home when this is over. I love the road, but I love home the best. Well, there's just something about an Appalachian sunrise. With my lady, I forget about the rest.
Terry Dan, ladies and gentlemen, absolutely fantastic. Scott, and then Dan, what was your thoughts there while I load up Terry Jones's song? Scott, then Dan.
I really like the choruses. That's a great country song. It has everything that a chorus that a country song needs. It's got the twangy guitar in the background. It's got the great choruses. And y'all know what happens when you play a country record backwards? You get back your dog, your girlfriend, your car, you get everything back. Great job, Terry Dan. I really liked your song. Good job.
Thank you, Scott.
I'm realizing that Scott is a dad because that was the daddest joke ever. But, I like a Terry Dan. I do like a song that tells a story. I've been fascinated by the Appalachian Trail for the longest time. I have family out there along that trail. And I know that people make a trek to do that trail, not just, and then possibly listening to a Terry Dan song while they're doing that 2,200-mile trek. Have you ever attempted all or part, either north to south or south to north? I think one way or the other is hard to do. Have you done part of that Appalachian Trail?
No, but I done a lot of camping in the Smoky Mountains, which it runs right through there. And I lived next to it in a town called Branchville, New Jersey, which was near Sunrise Mountain. Very seldom got far from the trail.
Well, country music, I guess lots of music tells stories. There's folk singers, and every genre has some ballads, some storytelling. But I do like that you took the time, what life experience, well, besides that you ever hear stories of people on that trail that have taken that trail? Do you have friends that have taken that journey and, learning vicariously through people?
I met some of them. We'd be in a campsite and they'd be walking through, on their way to Georgia. Amazing distance.
Fabulous. Oh, that's but yes. And I like the fact, like I already said that I'm a child of the MTV era. I like the fact that you took the time to make a music video, even a stripped down music video where it's you doing one of the takes or one of the recordings, or maybe doing several takes, but it looked like it was all the way through, no cuts. But I do appreciate that. And I play videos at my clubs on the weekends. So when I play a Terry Dan song up on the screen, they're going to say, "Who is that?" I'm going to say, "Oh, that's Terry Dan out of Florida. Look him up. Possibly buy his song and make him a couple dollars, or a tenth of a penny or something."
Right. Thank you, Dan. Thank you so much.
Well said, guys. Honestly, that was Terry Dan, the first guest of the evening. Till the next time, Terry Dan in Florida. Thank you very much.
Thank you all.
And I was going to go to Terry Jones second, but I'll do Terry Jones third because you're still muted there, Terry, and I've been asking you to unmute, but you've not done it. So let's go Tracy, who's in Florida, and then Terry Jones. So we'll stay in Florida. Tracy Bickford, could you introduce yourself and the story behind your song, If I Could?
Yes. First of all, how y'all doing tonight? And I'm glad to be here. Thank you so much for having me. Such great talent in this room. Terry, wow, you sounded amazing. I loved your song. Well, I got started only 4 years. I'm new to this podcast thing too, and I only got started about 4 years ago or so. I wrote my first poem, and I thought it'd be cool to turn it into a song. And I did that. I found somebody that would produce it for me. And then from there, I went on to writing, and it was just a story song. And then I thought, I always liked country music and rock. I grew up with rock, but then I turned to country. So I wrote, a bunch of country songs, and then I did a few other rock and roll songs. I did my first rock and roll song, I think. My second one, actually. I worked with a guy in Pakistan named Imran Ahmed. He had sent me 3 different songs, 3 different melodies to write lyrics to. So I'm really good at doing that. I think I specialize in writing to a melody that I hear. So I've done 3 songs with him. And here we are 4 years later. I love going out karaokeing and, things of that nature. But I do anything from pop, country, rock. And my latest release is called If I Could. And I'm happy with that. So I have a new song coming out. I'm sorry. I have a brand new release coming out very soon, and it's called Fire. I'd like to keep your eyes open for that one.
Hey, what a wonderful introduction, and this is a marvelous track. Sit back and enjoy this. It's If I Could by Tracy Bickford. One love. Sit back and enjoy. Song 2 of 10.
Nobody knows how I feel. I keep it inside myself. What's left of my heart ought to peel until there's nothing left. I can feel you slipping away, and I can't hold on. Can't get back yesterday. It's too far gone. Oh, but if I could change your mind, if I could make you see, we'll try harder this time. Baby, don't leave me. Don't make it look so easy. Oh no. Over and over in my mind, I just can't shake it. Our love was strong at one time. Why did you break it over? I can feel you slipping away. I won't let go. Take me back to yesterday. I'll find our love. Oh, but if I could change your mind, if I could make you see, we'll try harder this time. Baby, don't leave me. Don't make it look so easy. Oh no, baby, don't leave me. Oh no, don't make it look so easy. If I could change your mind, if I could make you see, we'll try harder this time. Baby, please, don't make it look so easy. Oh no.
Tracy Bickford, ladies and gentlemen, just absolutely fantastic. Loved
Thank
it.
you.
Loved it, Tracy. So, Scott, and what's your thoughts here while I load up Terry's track?
You have a very, very sultry voice. I really like your voice, the way you sang the song. It fit with the music, with the leads. I like the guitar in the background. Very good job there, Tracy. I liked it.
Thank you
Well,
so much.
I can feel that one all the way through. And I always wonder about the process, how many takes it takes. Was that one take or several takes cut together? I know with when I was doing reel to reel years ago, I know how to splice. And if you don't know what reel to reel is, kids, look it up. But now with digital, you can take a piece of one take and a piece of another take and put them together quite easily using software. But I noticed there was a couple of breaks in your voice and, just some realness in there. And when I was listening to rock songs when I was growing up, in the 70s, the most interesting part of some songs is when there's those little guitar, the strings, you can hear the breaks in the voices, especially when you're singing those ballady parts that you really feel. Were there several takes or was that all in one take, Tracy?
There was a few takes, I think about 3 takes to that song. I sang it all through the whole time, and then I would go over it and then do my back vocals. And then there was a few other times where, there was a third time where I went in and tried something different, and it all worked out. It worked out pretty good. I appreciate that.
Well, that's another great thing about the digital age is you can provide your own backing tracks. Was it all you singing harmony with yourself as well?
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. Beautiful.
Yes. Thank you so much.
It was absolutely wonderful, Tracy, and thanks for coming on the show. Until the next time, dear. Tracy Bickford over in Florida.
Thank you, guys, and thank you so much.
Pleasure. Hope you can hang around for the rest of the show and witness all the other great songs still to come here. So from Florida over to the UK and England, Terry Jones. Introduce yourself, Terry. And what's your story behind your song? It's a long, long road.
Yeah, first of all, it's great to be. I didn't know what to expect, and it surprised me. It's brilliant. Some great music as well. It's funny, Dan, you're talking about like the take with my song, with this one. I was kind of tricked into this because the engineer said, "Can just sing it through, Terry, just so we get the levels." And isn't it interesting? As like the pressure's off, you're not thinking, right, got to do this take. It's got to be right. I just sang it. And then as it turned out, when I tried to do the original, it just didn't capture that thing that you was talking about, what you just capture in the moment. Well, I hope you like the sound of it now, but it's interesting if you do that. This song is called It's a Long, Long Road, and it's pretty much a journey through life and road. You might have heard of the guy called Harry Lauder, Mark, Scottish guy, old folk song called Keep Right On to the End of the Road.
It rings a bell. It rings a bell.
Yeah, well, it gives me the idea. I call it the son of Keep Right On. And I just thought, right, I'm going to do something similar, but like a journey through life. And when I did the video, I just bribed some friends to bring a camera out in Wales and just shoot all day, just with their mobile phones. So this is what the video is about, And it's through that journey. There's one part actually where Sweet Summer Rain Will Take You There. I wanted something to signify the journey. And I was in Tewkesbury in England, and there was a boat called Sweet Summer Rain. And as songwriters, you know what I mean, guys? It's like, what a great name, Sweet Summer Rain. So I thought, I've got to use that somewhere in the song. So I have the part where Sweet Summer Rain will take you there on the journey. So that's me.
Well, what a wonderful introduction as well. Terry Jones is also a Top Talent family member, and he's also making his debut the same as other Terry. So sit back and enjoy another marvellous artist here. It's a long, long road by Terry Jones. Terry John Jones, my friend on Facebook. Sit back and enjoy. One love.
It's a long, long road. Long, long road. It's a long road. Long, long journey alone. What is true in life? It's a long, long journey. If you're wrong, though you're right, keep on learning. A long, long road. Long, long road. What is true with life? coming home, those memories don't hurt you no more. Long road, long, long road. I don't mind if you don't follow. Take your time, there's more tomorrows. Don't look back, it's always there. Sweet summer rain will take you there. It's a long, long road. Long, long road. Take the wrong road. Long, long journey alone. It's forever. It's forever. All together. It's forever. It's forever. It's forever. All together. The truth in time, you're always yearning. When we're coming home, those memories don't hurt you no more. I don't mind if you don't follow. Take your time, there's more tomorrows. Don't look back, it's always there. Sweet summer rain will take you there. It's a long, long road. Long, long journey alone. It's a long road. Long road. It's a long road. It's a long, long journey alone. It's a long, long road. Long, long road. It's a long road. It's a long, long journey alone. It's forever. It's forever. All together. It's forever. It's forever. It's forever. All together. It's forever. It's forever. It's forever. All together.
Terry Jones, ladies and gentlemen. What a lovely, lovely song. Hey, that's Terry Jones from here in England. Loved it, brother, loved it.
Thank you, guys.
Dan, what's your thoughts here? Well, I load up the first of our two Vancouverites, Rich, Scott, and then Dan.
Hey, very good song there. And I still say this to everyone from around, because we all have our own accents. I have English, you guys some, but y'all, everyone from your different countries, you sing in English. You have the same voice. Terry, you're very Scottish or Irish, or I don't know, but English, but your accents really don't come out when you sing. It just trips me out. You guys talking, and then I hear you sing, I'm going, where the hell does that come from? But great song, great song. I see a lot, Florida, Kentucky, Colorado. See, there's not too many that have but we get music from all over the world, and then you talk to them and you go, how do you sing American like that? But anyway, great song, Terry. I thought it was really good. I like the background, the choruses. Good job, buddy.
Thank you.
Well, before the end of this show, I want Scott to do his best English or Irish accent and maybe offend everyone, possibly. But Terry Jones, when you spoke in the beginning, before when you were doing the intro, you gave a little bit of inside baseball when people are engineering for songs. And I've had a little bit of experience with engineering other people's songs. Always be recording. As soon as you're entering that studio, that tape better be rolling, especially now. It used to be a little more expensive when you had to buy tapes for reel to reel. And then you can always record over the master tapes if there weren't any good takes on there. But with digital and the size of hard drives, you can always be recording. And even on television shows, you'll often see on variety shows like SNL that the dress rehearsal was what had to be put on the air because the actual show didn't work out, or not necessarily SNL because it's live, but but you're talking about the recording process. But other than that, your video gave me a little insight, a little look into your place, your part of this great planet of ours. Was green, it was beautiful, and you had a little bit of, looks like family was involved with that video. I do appreciate the music video aspect.
Yeah, it was in Wales that I went down to see some friends there, and it was just friends who were doing the video, and she wanted to dance with the song. So go ahead, she looks great,
Well said.
It does.
Everyone.
It adds
Terry,
a lot of flavor.
fan.
It gives us insight to who you are, Terry Jones. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Sparky. It's your show.
No, you're fine. Terry Jones, magnificent. First of many appearances to come. Until the next time, Mr. Terry Jones in England. Get him followed, everyone.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Pleasure. That was song 3 of 10 from England. We're heading over to Vancouver, the first of 2 Vancouverites. I'm sure that's how you say. Rich Chambers, introduce yourself. He's got over 120,000 Facebook followers. He's a well popular dude. Introduce yourself, and why did you cover "I'm a Fool for Loving You"?
Thank you, Sparky. I'm from Vancouver. My fellow Vancouverite, Glenn's awesome. He got some great stuff. He's after me. I brought branding myself for the last few years as Rock and Roll Reimagined, and it's not a facetious title. It sort of leans to where my music comes from. And often people say, "Oh, you sound very vintage." And I say, "Oh, thanks." And then vintage people say, "Oh, you sound so modern." And then, the country people say I sound too rock, and the rock people say I sound too country. So I sit at a crossroads, and you wouldn't be surprised that John Fogerty is one of my favorite musicians. I mean, he's crossroading all over the place. The Eagles and the Beatles, and across, because my mom grew up listening to all the top 4 in the Beatles. My dad listened to Waylon Jennings, Johnny Cash, and Willie Nelson. So I had this merging of the worlds. Then as I got into playing blues and big band music, I found about Dean Martin and Harry Connick, and off I went into all kinds of different tangents. So this particular song, I wrote this in my late teens, and I always considered it an absolute throwaway. It's so basic and so simple. I thought, the hell with it. But jump ahead years later, and the song kept stuck in my head. It's almost like it was my own version. If it's a small world, I couldn't get rid of it. It was there. And I thought there must be something to this. So I figured I'll record it, and I'm glad I did, because it's actually my most engaged original song. Covers are my big one, because people don't know who I am, so they recognize the covers. But as far as my original music, this one has the biggest engagement, and it surprised the hell out of me, because I thought it was so basic, and I thought it was one of my simple songs, going to throw it out the door. But sometimes 3 chords can be magic, and I'm very thankful to say that this one's working. And Dan, a bit of a side, you'll appreciate this, Dan, in the recording process, I did 22 vocal takes on this, and I found that because of the type of music it is, I did vocal takes until I lost my voice. I just pushed it. And when I went back to find the master take, they all came in tracks 20, 21, and 22, right when my voice is on the verge of dying. And you'll see what I mean. Sometimes the sweet spot is right near the end. Go ahead, Sparky.
Hey, dude, I'm so sorry for introducing it as a cover, man. How absolutely silly of me. Sit back and enjoy 137,000 views on this version of it on YouTube. I'm a Fool for Loving You. An original by Rich Chambers. One love.
Every time I see you, I gotta hold you.
you love me too. But the words never come, don't know what to do. I feel like such a fool for loving you. I'm a fool for loving you. I'm a fool for loving you. I'm a fool, yes, a fool for loving you. Baby, I feel so lost in you. I wonder what to do. I feel a fool. I'm a fool for loving you. I'm a fool for loving you. I'm a fool, such a fool for loving you. I'm a fool for loving you, loving you. I'm a fool for loving you, loving you. I'm a fool for loving you. I'm a fool for loving you. I'm a fool, yeah, 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 yeah. I'm a fool, I'm a fool for loving you, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's me, the fool.
The one, the only, Rich Chambers, just absolutely brilliant, you know. Rich, you were on episode 1 of the Diverse Show, and here you are on episode 106, 105, and it's a pleasure to know you, dude. So it is. So our next two guests is Glenn and then Wolfgang. Just so you know, it's Glenn and then Wolfgang's the next two. So
Thanks for
Scott and
comments,
Dan,
everybody.
do your thing.
Comments sticking up. Thank you.
Hey, Rich,
Scotty?
great song. Loved
Thank you.
it. Loved the blues and definitely that raspy voice. You sound like that, like a Brian Adams. Like it had that good rasp and the blue. I love the blues. The blues are, you could listen to that all day long. And I love the guitar solo and yeah, the vocals made the song.
Thank you. Thank
Good
you.
job.
And it's simple. I mean, the
I
guitar
don't know
lick
if I would have
simple.
classified that as. Yeah, I don't know if I would have classified that as blues. It sounded a lot of rockabilly. It started off sounding like Elvis Presley's "Burning Love," and I was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, all
Same
right,
chord
here
structure.
we go." And I'm kind of a gearhead. I noticed that you have a lot of gear that you were showing off. Was that actually Paul McCartney's actual guitar? Did you steal it from Sir Paul McCartney, his bass? Did you steal it?
It's a cool looking bass. It's actually not the one I used to record it with, but it films so well that I took it out for the video.
All right, it wasn't
Hey,
lost
Rich
on me. But
Chambers.
you also mentioned John Fogerty in your intro, and John Fogerty, famously one of the few people that got sued for sounding like himself,
Like himself.
sounding too much like Creedence.
Isn't that crazy? It took him years to get the rights to his Creedence songs. Years. It's crazy. And that's actually my best cover
Crazy.
song. It's my best
Spark-
engaged song is "Fortunate Son," the cover of his.
Hey, Rich
Yes.
Chambers, love you to bits. You're absolutely
Thanks,
fantastic.
Sparky.
Rich Chambers, everyone. So we're going to
Thanks,
stay in
everybody.
Vancouver. Hey, pleasure. As always, from Rich Chambers to Glenn McLeod in Crash World. Introduce yourself, Glenn, and the story behind your wonderful track, Cup of Coffee.
Rich, we seem to always be passing the baton here. So,
Yeah.
yeah, welcome. I just want to say great stuff, everybody. Great show, as usual, and that's genuine. That's a genuine, from the heart feeling. Welcome to the new family members. Great to have you. Fantastic stuff so far. So quickly about like myself I was a guitar player my whole youth. Lots of notes, loved Gary Moore and you know, all the greats. And then I kind of did it backwards. About 7 years ago, I decided to go acoustic. and I wanted a new challenge, which meant no net, no gear, just 6 strings. I have a partner that sings lead vocals. I kind of went in a more singer-songwriter way. So Cup of Coffee is basically a song. It's one of those tunes that came really fast to me. It felt like it happened in about 5 minutes, and I felt like it was a kind of a special thing. So, and it's sort of built around the idea that, you know, sort of worldwide, that coffee is something that we all get together to do. It can be a relationship thing. It can be a friend. Hey, we should have a coffee sometime, right? People say it all the time. So that's kind of what this was built around. Very, again, like Rich's tune, very simple premise, a simple tune. And we were fortunate enough to have somebody shoot a really great video for it. So yeah, hope you enjoy it.
Hey, there's no hope about it. They'll absolutely love it. Sit back and enjoy Crash World with a cup of one love, ladies and gentlemen. One love.
We had a misunderstanding. You wanted to take a break. We had a misunderstanding. It was all just a big mistake. So this morning we sit back and wonder. Now we try to get through the day. All I know is we're better together. Hear me out before you throw us away. So won't you meet me for a cup of coffee? That's all I wanna do. Just meet me for a cup of coffee. That's all I'm asking of you. These are days where love is all we got. These are days where we can't connect the dots. These are days where we don't feel in control. These are days. Our lines got crossed in the storm clouds. Our woods got heated and dark. Our nights stretched on into morning. Our woods kept missing the mark. So won't you meet me for a cup of coffee? It's all I wanna do. Just meet me for a cup of coffee. That's all I'm asking of you. There are signs on the corner where we met. There are signs in the places that we went. There are signs in the edges of your smile. There are signs. It's such a beautiful chaos. It's never easy, that's true. But in this beautiful chaos, our best is all we can do. There are times to throw caution to the wind. There are times when we may not always win. There are times when the days are feeling new. There are times. So won't you meet me for a cup of coffee? That's all I wanna do. Meet me for a cup of coffee. I only wanna be with you. coffee. We can try to talk things through. Just meet me for a cup of coffee. That's all I'm asking of
Crash World, ladies and gentlemen, just absolutely fantastic. So, you know how much I love you, Glenn. Do you think Scott and Dan, while I load up our next guest, who is Wolfgang over in Germany?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, hello. My name is Wolfgang Hildebrand. I'm a singer-songwriter from Cologne, Germany.
Wolfgang, 1 minute.
Yes.
We've just finished. We've finished.
Okay.
We finished this one. You're next. It's okay, brother.
Okay.
Scotty.
Oh yeah, I don't know what to expect from the beginning of that song. You said I've been doing acoustic. That was definitely was not acoustic. I really like that song. The chord, was that autobiographical or third person writing? Glenn.
Third person. Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
just channeling an idea,
Got it.
and a feeling, right?
Okay, good. I like the song. Very, very simple song. Very great. The singer, wow. I like his, what were the little choruses in the background of the that was very, I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting that from when you said I'm doing acoustic, and then that definitely.
Well, I should have prefaced by saying we perform acoustically, and we always did. And then when we went to, the question was always going to be, when we made a record, are we going to just do an acoustic record, or are we going to go all in? And yeah, we just decided to go all in. So it's kind of a way to indulge the little kid in me, the guy that fell in love with music in the first place and loved, the Beatles, the Stones. I love Ian Hunter as a songwriter, Bob Dylan. And that's the music I fell in love with. So that's kind of, Crash World's kind of a tribute to that stuff, and sort of an invitation to people to visit that type of vibe.
Great job.
Glenn
Thank you.
McLeod, the Corner Store. This portion of the podcast brought to you by the Corner Store Coffee Shop in Vancouver. Put that on the walking tour of this diverse 105 podcast. But I like a storytelling. You not only sang a song about getting coffee, which is ubiquitous. People get coffee. I had a coffee just a little bit earlier, but you also scouted a location that was appropriate for the video. Once again, stuck on videos. Love the visual part of it. And you also got some vintage gear that I guess is a Shure SM55 mic, that I guess the same one that Rich Chambers was probably using in his video as well. Well,
That's
similar
all we're allowed to
anyway,
use in
but it was
Vancouver.
some vintage gear. Really, you get our leftovers. What are you doing here? Come on, man. You guys, you have state of the art equipment up there as well. But no, I appreciate and also it lends itself to a movie. You could put that in a love story, a rom-com, very easily can be in the background of a movie. Have any of you, and as you're going through this, have any of you taken the time to submit your songs for movies, or have you had your songs put into movies?
Well, you bet we look for it.
Hey, we get artist.com is one of the partners we've got, and he's quite good. It's an amazing thing if you can get your song. That's what everybody wants, sync licensing, didn't they? One of the companies that I do know has been in the game for 25 years. Yes, Lonnie Lear's here. Is we get artist.com. I've brought him on the shows. He's even get film like songs into the Marvel films and all the rest of it. He's a partner of mine, Barry Coffin. So I don't know if you guys can help them as well. If you can, please reach out to them. Let's just, Glenn, what a marvelous guest you are. Do you know what I mean? And I'd like to thank you from the bottom of my heart for being another wonderful guest here.
Thank you.
So I do
Thanks for
have the
having me.
final guest here, and I'm so happy to have Lonnie Lear here. We'll just make sure he gets his little camera on the go. So, right, we're going from Vancouver over to Germany. Wolfgang Hildebrandt. Introduce yourself, and the story behind your song was In My Eyes. Why did you write that one?
I'm Wolfgang Hildebrand from Cologne, Germany, and music is the only instrument to spread peace. And today is the day to make a difference, not tomorrow, not next week. Today is the day to make a difference. And this we can do through music. And I was actually the first German who performed at the United Nations in New York. And actually I performed on January 13 at Carnegie Hall in New York. And now my new song will be released with Sony Music in New York, In My Eyes, on June 28. And I'm so excited. And it's a love song, and we try to make a difference with the video. And I'm so happy to be on your show, Sparky. And it's great, and I'm so thankful. And the new song is a love song, In My Eyes, you know.
It's wunderbar. So
wunderbar.
Wolfgang Hildebrand,
yes.
Lonnie Lear, welcome to the show, brother. You and Russ Stallings are both from Kentucky, and you're the next two guests. But in the meantime, sit back and enjoy Wolfgang Hildebrand with In My Eyes. One love, ladies and gentlemen. Wunderbar.
I think I see the two of us always together. There is no one else, only me and only you. We laugh, we play, we joke around and inspire each other. It's only possible because one and one is two. In my eyes, there is no more darkness. In my eyes, I see the light. No more wondering, no more when. She came to me at the perfect time. In my eyes, I believe we will love each other forever. A long way to dream just finally came true. Our hearts, our kisses, our lips find each other. God sends a rainbow just for me and you. In my eyes, there's no more darkness. In my eyes, I see the light. No more wondering, no more when. She came to me at the perfect time. In my eyes, there's no more darkness. In my eyes, I see the light. No more wondering, no more when. She came to me at the perfect time. There is no more darkness. In my eyes, I see the light. No more wondering, no more when. She came to me at the perfect time. In my eyes, there is no more darkness. In my eyes, I see the light. No more wondering, no more when. She came to me at the perfect time. In my eyes, there is no more darkness. In my eyes, I see the light. No more wondering, no more when. She came to me at the perfect time. She came to me at the perfect time. She came to me at the perfect time.
Nice little outro there. That was Wolfgang Hildebrandt. Absolutely. It's just so much fun, wasn't it? Absolutely brilliant. So I'm just giving Lonnie the heads up. I'm going to play two Kentucky artists here. We're going to go Russ Stallings and then Lonnie. Lonnie, you've just come on your phone. See if you swipe on your phone from right to left. Swipe your screen right to left. You'll see all the people here. But in the meantime, Scott and Dan, what was your thoughts there on that wonderful track? Well, I load up Mr. Stallings song, Kentucky Artist #1.
Can you hear me?
Oh. Okay, hey Wolfgang, good song. I really like it. I like the choruses. I have a question. Did you videotape the video and then put it into AI?
Yes.
And then it created all the little different things.
Yes.
And did
yes.
you just put in, I want a hand on, I want faces to come in the hands and all that kind of stuff?
Absolutely. You want to make a difference in the video, you know, and I think it's fun.
Yes, I have been playing with AI lately, and as I'm watching, I'm like, that's okay. That's because I put videos and you can make it do weird stuff. Great song, Wolfgang. Really like it, and congratulations on the playing at the where was it, in New York City? You say?
No, actually, we did the recording in Germany, the mastering at the Abbey Road Studios in London. And the guitar was played from Ted Perlman. He's a Grammy Award-winning guitar player. He played with Harry Belafonte and so on. He did the guitar parts in the song, you know. And it was written from me and India Paris from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Nice, very nice. Great job. Kick ass.
Well,
take it away, Dan.
Wasn't it?
I like that you're embracing the AI and taking advantage of all that AI can do. And I don't believe that AI is going to be taking over. And if they have taken over, I embrace my overlord, AI overlord, right now. I bow down to you. Please don't kill me. Okay. No, but other than that, Scott was talking about earlier about accents in songs, that some English accents are different than other English accents. And your English is so much better than my German will ever hope to be. But I do hear the flavor, the English with the German accent. It's beautiful. Do you sing in German as well, or do you leave that only to Nena and Falco to do that? Because I like the German crossovers that make worldwide impacts as well, and languages from all over the world, because the melodies are universal. And you mentioned that the music is universal, no matter what language it's in. You know, but do you sing in German as well?
Yes. But I remember Arnold Schwarzenegger when he said, "I'll be back." You remember? I'll be back.
Hey,
that was
dude,
your first English?
I'll come back.
Yeah.
Hey, you're absolutely fantastic, and thanks for being a part of our show today. Wolfgang Hildebrandt, until the next time, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
That's 6 guests down. We've got
Pleasure.
another 6 to go, so that's halfway through the show now. We've got 6 more artists to go. So from Germany, we're going to head over to Kentucky for 2 artists. We've got Russ Stallings first, and then Lonnie Lear. So Russ Stallings, introduce yourself, dude, and what's the story behind your song? Do what you got to do.
Hi, my name is Russ Stallings, and this song is called "Do What You Gotta Do." Recorded this song at Hilltop Studio in Nashville, Tennessee. Got just some great musicians playing on this song. One of those is Dan Tyminski, and you'll hear him playing mandolin on this song. You know Dan Tyminski from the song "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?" He is actually duetting this song with me. He's singing the second verse and also singing harmony with me on this song. And this song is just kind of a fun song about really just personal freedom, kind of live and let live. It's an upbeat song. It's a lot of fun. Had a lot of fun writing it. So hope you enjoy it.
Hey, there you go. You said the hope word. There's no hope about it. They're going to love it. All your songs are world class, Russ, but this is possibly my favourite out of them all, dude. So check back at just check this out. Do What You Got to Do by Russ Stallings. Enjoy. One love.
Nosy, rosy people, and I don't stick my sniffer where it don't belong. It's a full-time job cleaning my own closets, fixing all the things that I do wrong. Do what you gotta do. Just mind your own beeswax and tend your own garden too. Don't care how you raise your rooster, it ain't my cock-a-doodle-doo. So just do what you gotta do.
How you're bringing home your bacon ain't my business. How you scramble up your eggs ain't my concern. And I'm too busy cooking my own breakfast to smell your biscuits when they start to burn.
Do what you gotta do. Just mind your own beeswax and tend your own garden too. Don't care how you raise your rooster, it ain't my cock-a-doodle-doo. So just do what you gotta do. Through your bedroom windows. Don't care what you choose to do behind closed doors. Won't be checking underneath your bed for dusty, dirty spider webs. I'm too busy sweeping my own floors. Do what you gotta do. Just mind your own beeswax and tend your own garden too. Don't care how you raise your rooster, it ain't my cock-a-doodle-doo. So just do what you gotta do. Yeah, do what you gotta do. Just mind your own beeswax and tend your own garden too. Don't care how you raise your rooster, it ain't my cock-a-doodle-doo. So just do what you gotta do. And I'll do what I gotta do. Yeah, we all do what we gotta do.
Mr. Russ Stallings, ladies and gentlemen. Short and sweet, under 3 minutes. Absolutely brilliant, dude. Honestly. You know how much I love you. How does my co-host today, Scott and Dan, think? Well, I load up Mr. Lonnie Lear's track, and what a story this has got behind it as well. So, Scott and then Dan, what was your thoughts here?
Wow. The production. I loved it. Everything about the song. I love the triple entendres or the quadruple entendres about whether we're due. The guitar picking in the background, excellent. I like everything about the song. Love it.
No, fantastic.
He's
See, I grew up in
absolutely
South Florida in the but now I'm in Arkansas. So that kind of music is what I'll be playing at several events. And I like the twang, the steel guitars, and I like that you recorded that in Nashville, Tennessee. That seems to be a place where musicians, like a mecca for musicians to go get together and meet a Dan Tyminski and play with Dan, because Oh Brother, Where Art Thou keeps popping up on my screen as one of the greatest cover songs, Constant Sorrow, one of the greatest songs ever recorded in that instance, but that's also a movie song. But Russ Stallions, tell me about your trip to Nashville and meeting up with Dan Tyminski and recording that song.
Yeah, man, it was great. It was a lot of fun, and I met a lot of cool people in Nashville, and there's a lot of other great musicians playing on that song as well. And my producer introduced me to Dan, Buddy Hyatt, and he actually used to play with Toto. So there's just so many fantastic musicians in Nashville. I mean, you just go there and you're going to meet just some fantastic people, and you never know who you're going to bump into.
Hey, Russ, you're absolutely world class,
Super
brother. Keep
duper.
doing what
Thank
you're
you,
doing.
Stalin.
Isn't he just super duper? That was Russ Stallin's first artist from Kentucky out of two we're just going to do here. So Russ Stallin's, love you to bits. So from Kentucky, we're staying in Kentucky. I've been talking to Lonnie for a while now, and I'm glad to get him here. He's a wonderful artist, a great man. Tell us the story behind your song, The Storm, Mr. Lonnie Lear. Please, brother.
Well, this is a true song, Mark. What happened to our town? EF4 tornado took the whole north end of our town. And, you know, growing up, being raised there, seeing it all gone, it's really heartbreaking. And I wrote this song in about 10 minutes, went to Nashville, and we recorded in Omni Studio. My lead guitar player played for Miss Loretta Lynn. The drummer, I think, was Garth Brooks. It's all professional instruments who played in my song. And, you know, I give thanks to God, all the glory of my writing. To me, in my life, music is all I got left. You know, I'm disabled, and that's all I got to do is music. And I've written 23 songs total. But this song is a very true song, and I appreciate everybody that listens to it, all the support I'm getting, and it's growing very fast. It's hard to keep up with now, and I just thank God for everything. Thank you, Mark, for having me on your show. You know, it gives artists like me and others an opportunity to grow, you know, and I appreciate you.
Hey, thank you very much. They words mean the world to me. They really do, dude. Sit back and enjoy Lonnie Lear's track here, and then you're going to get your music reviewed from two of my radio partners. Have got their radio stations. They'll probably want you to send the songs over. So you missed the start, Lonnie, but this is Lonnie Lear with The Storm. Absolutely brilliant. Sit back and enjoy this, ladies and gentlemen. One love. 8 of 12 today. One love.
Weatherman, he said today there's a bad storm, it's headed our way tonight, and our little town never thought something like this would happen to us. It tore down the factory, that's where I once used to work. Every day I'll never forget the night the storm hit our town. It got the tractor place, and that's where my best friend he worked. Every day it tore down the courthouse square. It even took the town of Egypt. Oh, what a mess. It's hard to believe in seconds what the storm did to our town. There were so many people, they lost everything they had in the storm. And there were some families that lost loved ones
that was absolutely beautiful. That was The Storm by Lonnie Lear. Do you know, what a wonderful thing to do for a disaster in your area. It even wiped out the homeless shelter and everything, which Lonnie's been trying to help rebuild and everything from the storm. And we spoke for a while on the phone, and you're an absolute legend, dude. What does the co-host have to say while I load up the Strawman's track over in Ireland? Scott, and then Dan, what was your thoughts there?
Wow. I mean, living through something like that, I couldn't even imagine. I just found myself watching the video, and the music just melded into it, so it fit so perfectly. Your voice, Lonnie, I mean, I just watched the video, just captivated, and the music went perfectly with it. That's all I can say. It's just crazy. And I just had a friend who died in the Arkansas hurricane or tornado. So
Tornado
hit home.
Yeah. It's
No,
thank
I'm
you.
from
Appreciate
South
it.
Florida, dealt with a lot of hurricanes down there, and then I moved to Arkansas almost through Tornado Alley. So I've dealt with some tornadoes as well. Thankfully, not
Yep.
at my house, but I do, thoughts, prayers, all that. It goes out to the towns that are devastated by tornadoes, and some of them will get rebuilt, but a lot of them, people won't. They go by the wayside, and they never get rebuilt. But through tragedy, you never know where your muse is going to come from. And through tragedy often comes creativity. So you took this and you made it a time capsule for, as a cautionary tale for people. If there's a storm coming, get out of the way, because that tornado doesn't turn just because your house is in the way. But Lonnie Lear, and being disabled, man, that's fantastic. For anybody that's not doing anything because they're disabled, what's their excuse? Lonnie, you're taking the time out to create something. There's a purpose for everyone in this world. And Lonnie Lear, you found your purpose, and you're chronicling, and amongst other things, through your music. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Well said, guys. Lonnie Lear, until the next time, brother, come and get your other 22 songs featured. Lonnie Lear in Kentucky, until the next time. So we've got 4 more songs to go. So we're 2/3 of the way through the show. It will be under 2 hours. I reckon 40 more minutes. So from Kentucky, we're heading over to Ireland. Sometimes the Strawman does a co-host job with me as well. Introduce yourself. Who's Strawman and what's the story behind your wonderful song, Cycle the Volcano?
Hi, everyone. As Sparky pointed out, I probably got the most difficult accent to understand, and it's strange to know that I'm also an English teacher. So, in my spare time, so I'm going to speak slowly. Okay, make sure everyone understands. This song is called "Cycle Volcano." I love to hear from Glenn and from other artists. And by the way, everyone's been magnificent tonight. I heard from Glenn that this song just fell out of them, that it was written quite quickly. And so this is exactly what happened with this song. It was one of those nights where you it was like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, but it's one of those times you go, no, I'm staying with this. I need to stay with this song. And I'm glad I did. It was written in one night, most of it, and tweaks here and there. But anyway, it's a song about mental health and the redemption, the struggle, and the ultimate redemption through a mental health crisis. It came from what my therapist said to me. She told me that that I was cycling the volcano, trying to keep everyone happy, and I was pedaling faster and faster, and trying to avoid falling into the volcano, which I eventually did, but metaphorically, of course. But that's where the idea for the song came. That was the inspiration behind it. And yeah, it's what I've written many songs. I love them all, but this is a special place in my heart. Okay.
What a wonderful introduction. Sit back and enjoy Cycle the Volcano by Strawman. And many people suffer with mental illness, so this will resonate to many people. Sit back and enjoy. One love.
I went flying overboard, fell right through the old trapdoor. I need some time to work this out. I keep hearing tales of yore. It makes me worse than I was before. Just give me some time to work this out. And it creaked on the crumbling gorge, and I was cycling a volcano, though the wheels were not too stable. And I gave everything that I've got to keep cycling the volcano, though each day I felt less able to keep it up, to keep it up. Casting my net to no avail. I mustered a scream but could not shout. Now it's a brand new day, and whatever comes my way, I got the tools to work it out. I screeched to a shuddering halt, and I was cycling a volcano till the rim eventually caved in. And you said that it wasn't my fault. I fell into the crater and emerged from it much stronger. And now I know I'm gonna keep it up. 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 I'm gonna keep breathing fresh air, the green grass and birds how they fly. The world isn't blue, not a cloud in the sky. The river it runs and my children they smile, and I'm bursting with love. The people we want pass away as they go. The ripple effect, positivity flows. Those days of despair are no memories now, and I'm bursting with love. I'm gonna keep it up. I'm gonna keep it up. I'm gonna keep it up. I'm breaking through with love. I'm gonna keep I'm breaking through with love. I'm breaking through with love. I'm breaking
That was Strawman, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely fantastic. Scott and Dan, do your things while I load up Phil's track, the Fire Jets.
Great. I mean, honesty is what it's all about in that song. And I really felt, you're dealing with some stuff. You did it. You threw it out there in a song, and hopefully that's going to take care of it. I really liked it. I like the AI. Everyone is doing that stuff nowadays. I really like it. Good song, good, honest song. Go ahead,
Thank
Dan.
you.
No, the melodies are just the crescendos for anyone that's going through mental health problems. And I do hope that you do get help, whether talking to a parent or a friend or a brother or sister, you get that help. But the other thing is through music, getting those uplifting songs. You made me think of Wilson Phillips, "Hold On for One More Day." Those harmonies that are in the background that are making you feel good. And this is what music can do. When the melodies go up, they uplift you. When they go down, they make you think, maybe a little more melancholy. But you can put this in your mental health a playlist on Spotify or Apple, and just if you're walking or if you're stuck inside your own thoughts, put that in there. And don't think it's lost on me that you have a Brazilian flag back there. Are you into soccer? Are you into that football? Brazilian football back there?
As I said, I'm an English tutor, an English language tutor. So I taught 32 Brazilians here in Ireland, and they all signed a flag. They presented me with a flag with all their signatures on it at the end. So it's a memento, very, very special to me. So yeah, I also do like soccer as well.
Oh, I do appreciate a teacher, Strawman. Keep on giving the language to the future, the tools for them to succeed. Fantastic, Strawman. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you. And if I may say something as well, thank you guys. Thank you so much to Rich and Glenn. Thank you. Rich and Glenn, my friend Kieran McCormick directed that video. He lives here in Donegal in Ireland. And Scott was close enough that there's an AI vibe to it. AI wasn't there when he made it, but I can see why he said that. But his son, his name is Troy, and he lives in Vancouver. So it just shows you it's a small world. Troy McCormick. Troy McCormick, if you ever want to look him up and say, I saw your dad's video on TTP.
Hey, let's make sure we do that. Hey, Strawman, you're a legend. Until the next time. So, from Ireland over to Colorado, the third last song of the night, Phil Beaver with his band, the Fire Jets. Introduce yourself. What's the story behind the song? Blue Ain't So Bad.
Sparky, so great to be back, and Glenn and Kat, great to see you again, and to meet everybody else. These are some hard acts to follow. We're the Fire Jets. This came off our second album, which is called Blue. Our lead singer Erica Brown has very strong blues roots, although we're kind of multi-genre rock. And I was writing the album, and it was like the songs were either blues rock, or they had blue in the title and they were really depressing, or they were just really depressing songs. And it's like, okay, blue isn't really all that bad, and I started thinking about what can be good about blue. And so you're going to see kind of a lot of different colors here contrasted with blue in their own settings. And so this was kind of a really fun one for us to do. Our lead guitar, Josh, really had fun with this as well when he laid down on top of the keyboard. So anyway, this is Blue Ain't So Bad.
Blue Ain't So Bad by the Fire Jets. What a wonderful introduction. Welcome back to those, Phil. Sit back and enjoy. Only two more to go after this. One love.
feeling that I got. Them horizontal stripes here are about to make me cry. Don't cover me in checkers even though I'm feeling bored. That ditzy top print, it's just really got me floored. Don't wrap me up in Harlequin, ain't looking like a clown. Can't see myself in camel when that chintz has got me down. And don't you dare come near me with that paisley or that black. Just put my ass in old blue jeans, you know they ain't so bad. In Shanghai, but in Cape Town it is morning. Orange is warm and fuzzy, but it sometimes sends a warning. White might be a wedding, but it could mean someone died. And brown is nice and earthy, but it also tans your hide. Now green is eco-friendliness, it's talking about that money. And yellow is all cheerful, but its fever ain't so sunny. And purple may be regal or a bruise that I once had. So I'm getting the impression now that blue just ain't so bad. I can lay down in green pastures with a lover or a friend. I pine for golden wheat fields and the waves that never end. Brown hills and purple mountains as they rise above the plain are only made more heavenly when touched by silver rain. I love the pale white moon that sits against a jet black sky. The red and yellow sunsets, they can always make me sigh. The lakes and skies and oceans are what truly makes me glad. Cause I'm getting me a feeling now that blue just ain't so bad. Your cosmic rays will do it too. Infrared will also burn you, and those X-rays go right through. So let me have a rainbow with its colors that are true. And if I can only have just one, it might as well be blue. And when we're up in Cleveland, it's for rockin' up the Reds. In NOLA ain't no oranges cause they named it jazz instead. And Beantown don't got yellows as they're playing them some pop. And Motown ain't got greens now if they're dancing that hip hop. Atlanta don't say indigos when talking about the funk. No London calling violets when they're discussing punk. But when I go to Memphis and I strut my stuff on Beale, the folks down there all sing the blues cause that's just how we feel. So I may not be the only one who isn't getting sad, cause I feel it in my heart and soul that blue just ain't so bad.
That was absolutely brilliant. You know, see if someone had to say that was a James Bond theme track, I could believe it.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant, dude. So Scott and Dan, do your things while I load up with Dave's track. Second last song of the evening.
Okay, I say you just wrote an anthem for the song for the color blue. I mean, because all the other colors obviously suck. Okay, blue is the color for you. I felt like I was running through the whole song. It was like an anthem for like a Rocky theme in the background. I was marching the whole time. How long did it take you to write those lyrics? The whole song. Bam.
The lyrics, about an hour. When lyrics come to me, they come quick.
I was just reading the lyrics going, yeah, all the other colors are just horrible. Blue's
Yeah.
oops, sorry, whatever. A
I
great song.
apologize for there are a few bad puns in there, but hey, what do you know?
Good job. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Scott.
Phil, when you were doing your intro, what brought to mind was Elton John's, I guess why they call it the blues. And then all through that song is laughing like children, living like lovers. And you're going, wait, Elton John don't know nothing about no blues. But I see where you took the colors of the rainbow, that Roy G. Biv, and that gave you inspiration to go through a list of all the colors and maybe a couple of thoughts about what those colors are. And I agree with Scott. Very bouncy tune. I'm on a horse. I am just riding down the range. And that's another song that'll lend itself to a movie, maybe a cowboy movie or something with horses or something where you're driving real fast. And, you have to have those kinds of songs when you maybe if you're running, you could run with a song, and that'll give you kind of inspiration to keep it going. And I'm glad that you gave me the pronunciation of your band's name, the Fire Jets, because that also brought another movie to mind. That thing you do, where they call themselves the Oneaters. I mean, the Wonders.
The Wonders.
Oh, thanks so much,
Hey.
Dan. Awesome.
Phil, you're fantastic. What a great band, Joe. I love you to bits, man. That was Phil Beaver, the Fire Jets. So, from Colorado, we're heading over to England for the second last guest of the evening, Dave, Mr. David Roper. Introduce yourself, and what's the story behind your song, Crazy World?
Well, I was brought up in South Wales. I'm probably the oldest person here. I certainly look older than most of you. But yeah, I came to London in 1969 and was a teacher for many, many years. Retired in 2004 early because of physical problems. But yeah, I wrote many, many songs over that period of time. And I played in so many bands. Well, 4 bands in London. Probably the most famous, if you ever look them up, was called Backlash. Yeah, so I really, really enjoyed that. And when I retired in 2004, I was lucky because you get a lump sum as a teacher retiring. And I managed to buy my equipment that's still in this room around me all those years since. But at that time, it was professional quality, and I still use it. And yeah, there's a Rode. I don't know if you can see it, Rode microphone. Anyway, cut a long story short, I think this song is called Crazy World, and it's one of those songs I wrote around about 2008, 2009. And yeah, it's still valid today because we do live in a crazy world.
We absolutely do. What a wonderful introduction, David. Dave with Crazy World. Sit back and enjoy this. Gentlemen, one love.
As I look into a shop window, I see a reflection I don't even know. It's a face without a future, and the clothes looking tragically poor. So I sit down on the pavement and pick a newspaper off the floor. The front page shows a picture from the war. The third page of the paper shows a model who's thin as a stick. Apparently she's in a hospital after some drugs made her sick. Then the photo of the football who's grinning from ear to ear with a contract worth £3 million a year. Crazy
Red Dave, hey, absolutely brilliant, dude. You know, it is a crazy world. We could sit and talk about that for forever. It's a real crazy world we live in. Let's see what the pros have got to say, though. Scott and Dan, what was your thoughts there while I load up young Corey's song, who's also a podcast host, and we'd probably like to interview you all one by one as well. So, Scott and Dan, what was your thoughts there while I load up young Corey's track?
You must be talking about the current times, correct? Because we are definitely in a crazy world. I like the song, very deep, very, very heartfelt. What was in the background? I mean, what was the music in the background? It just sounded like a soundscape.
Well, I have quite a few keyboards and sound effects and what do you call them, synthesizers and things like that. So yeah, it's and on my PC I've got about 80 different softwares. So yeah, no, it's amazing what you can do.
Definitely, very good job. I liked it.
Reed Dave, I appreciate the equipment that's behind you. Oh my goodness, this is stuff that has taken me back. I've been in radio since '86, and I've been a purveyor of picking up like record players and sound equipment. Even before that, I was the high school DJ. But no, I appreciate that you still use a lot of the analog rather than the digital as well. I've given up my turntables. I don't have a turntable in the house. I have 2 records left to my name. The rest of my record collection has been stolen or pursed out over the years. But the song is a great observation on what is going on today. But it could have been written any time in the last 50 years, that song. And yes, too, in the with that hook that you have, your song is prime for a dance remix, Dave, where the kids will be in the club going crazy world. Yeah. Crazy world. And the lyrics will come out and they will have no idea what they're dancing to. But I could see a remix of that song. The song itself right now is going to make you think. But if you put a remix on it, I think you've got a whole nother song if you can use your electronic equipment to put a little to your crazy world.
Well, thank you very much indeed. By the way, I'm not Reed Dave, I'm Red Dave. I decided to call myself
I'm sorry, Red Dave.
Yeah, Red Dave. I called myself that because I was quite revolutionary, I would say, probably in the 2000s and so on. So yeah, I have loved writing songs. It's a shame that in 2021, all my stuff on YouTube was hacked, and the total YouTube, everything was wiped out. But I was very lucky that I had those videos, old videos and things that sometimes I've been making from reel-to-reel tapes, and they were all on my old PC, which is down here by the side of me. And so I could manage to upload them again. I mean, it took me a couple of months to upload them all again, but there we are. That's why if you look at my YouTube videos, you'll find they all have, well, most of them are 2021, even if they were written way back before that.
Hey, Red Dave, you're a legend, man.
Well, thank you for your kind comments. I really appreciate that. And thank you, Sparky. I've loved being on your show. It's been superb, really excellent. I love the quality.
Until the next time.
All these artists, 1 or 2 I've met before mine, but
hey,
anyway,
you're a legend. That shows your home. Red Dave, David Roper. One more, brother. So from England, we're heading over to Pennsylvania. Corey Rosen, he's co-hosted a show with me before. He's got his own little podcast on the go. Corey, introduce yourself quickly and the story behind your song, I've Been to This Dungeon Before.
Hi, thank you so much for having me back on, Sparky. It's a pleasure. My name is Corey Rosen. I am an award-winning film composer and award-winning host. of the podcast called The Story Podcast, where we interview musicians from the bars to the Grammys here in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. This song, I've Been Through This Dungeon Before, is a song of my friend's that I really, really liked. His name is Roddy Turnstone. He's a local songwriter here in Pennsylvania. And I liked the song so much that I wanted to remix it. We were talking about remixes, the dance remixes. I wanted to create this into a cinematic piece because that is my wheelhouse as a composer. So he gave me only his stems for his vocals and the background vocals and then his guitar, and everything else I did through my samples. So you're going to take a listen to I've Been Through This Dungeon Before, my remix.
Hey, without further ado, what a wonderful introduction, and thanks for coming back on the show. Corey Rosen, I've been to this dungeon before. Sit back and enjoy. What a wonderful show this has been. One love. young Corey Rose in there. Absolutely beautiful way to end the show, dude. Absolutely loved it. So, what does Scott and Dan, and does anyone think Dan looks like Elon Musk? I know what I annoy you, but do you think Dan looks like Elon Musk? That's who I'm like. Who does Dan look like? And I think you look like Elon Musk to me. Aye. So, Scott and Dan, what was your thoughts here on the final track of the evening? Scotty.
Okay, Corey, now tell me what you got sent part of a song and you added to it. Is that what you?
Yes.
Okay.
So
Explain a little about
what
that.
he gave me, what he gave me was his vocal stem, the background vocal stem, and then the guitar track. And I spliced up and moved around certain spots. A lot of that isn't in his original song, which you can find out on Spotify and YouTube and everywhere else. And actually on my website, I've been doing this monthly, so you can find on my website the original version and then my remix version side by side comparison, so you can see exactly where I switched it up and chopped what in and out and whatever. But yeah, so basically he just gave me those 3 stems and I created everything else.
Wow, impressive. I mean, that's great how you can, he hears it his way. He writes a song and then gives it to you, and then you hear it in a completely different way, rearrange it. And that's the beauty of the computer, that with the digital, what we were talking about earlier, is you can just do all that stuff. Great job. Really liked it, Corey.
Thank you.
Well said, Dan.
My
What your thoughts
celebrity
here about it?
lookalike is my celebrity lookalike is Vince Gill. Look him up.
Aye.
But Corey, man, I'm thinking that song belongs in Game of Thrones. Anything with a dragon, or anything set in England, where it's a historical in the 1000s, or in the dark history of Europe, that feels so cinematic. But I've only had a little bit of experience with remixing and producing my own music. And when I was doing it, I was using, like Fruity Loops. I guess it's now FL Studio. What kind of software are you using to put those tracks together? I know you get the vocals from people. I get vocals all the time from people that ask me to remix things, make this into a dance song or a country song, or make it into a blues song, whatever, using those vocals. But what kind of software are you using?
Well, let me address your first point first, because I've got exciting news that we're going to be doing a hand-drawn animation to that song, a very Dungeons and Dragons, with like mimics and skeletons and ghouls and ghouls, all of that. So that's coming out very soon. To answer your question you asked, I use Logic. That is my go-to. Apple's Logic is my go-to DAW.
Hey,
I'm a
thanks, Dan.
PC
Thanks, Scott.
snob. I haven't used an Apple since '86, since the Lisa came out.
I'm trying to get away from Apple too, so we'll see.
Hey,
Uh-oh, what are you? Oh, iPhone
you should
there?
probably
What
have
is that?
both.
Yeah.
Hey, I've got an iPod, but I've also got an Android phone, and I've actually got 2 Huawei laptops. So Huawei's the rival to both the Androids and the Apple. But hey, thanks, Dan. Thanks, Scott. Thanks, Corey. Thanks,
Right.
everybody, for being great
Thank
guests
you.
today. It's been a wonderful show. I'll just quickly stop the Facebook Live. So goodbye, Facebook. We don't really care about that, but we like to stop the shows with peace sign, because I've had 1,500 people plus doing this in the show. Let's go stop one lovely.